Hey guys, I'm here with my last review of Harry Slatkin's Homeworx candles. This is the second one of my harvest collection. The first one was Smoked Pumpkin Woods, and now I'm reviewing Wild Fig and Red Currant. This was the special edition. These were in this thick, heavy glass here. I showed you the lids on the other review of Smoked Pumpkin Woods. It's just the same as that one. Glass on the inside, or mirror on the inside. This is all glass. Pretty there, packaging. And this one had like kind of like a reddish burgundy colored wax. On this one, I will read you the description of Wild Fig and Red Currant. It says red currant, quince, Mediterranean fig, bergamot, and cedar woods. So this candle was kind of different. I'm not used to these kind of candles, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to explain this candle a little bit, but I'll try to do my best on this candle. So I definitely get like the fig and the currant, the red currant, and the quince, which is quince. I think quince, I believe is how you pronounce that. Those are all types of fruits. They're like Mediterranean fig and like different fruits. So you get that kind of, you do get somewhat of a fruit note in there, but it's not like a real super fruity, like any kind of like summer type of fruits candles you get. But you do get that little bit of fruitness in there, but then and then the bergamot in there, just a little bit of bergamot. But the bergamot's not like a cologne type of candle that has bergamot in it, which happens a lot with bergamot scents. It's just a little bit of a softer bergamot. And then the woods, you do get a little bit of woods. It says cedar woods. I don't know if I get cedar so much, but just a little bit of woodiness in there. I think that little bit of that woodiness kind of calms down that bergamot, and then the fruit, they blend out really well, so that it's not like a super fruity candle. Because of that, the woods, the cedar woods, bounces out that bergamot and the fig and the red currant, and that really smooths out really nicely. So it's just slightly, little bit of woodsy, slightly bit of the bergamot, and then a slight bit of that fruitiness mixed in there with all of it. It comes out really nice, a really nice blend together. I enjoyed this more than I thought I was going to enjoy this, because I didn't really want this one. The only reason I got this collection was for the Smoked Pumpkin Woods, and this Wild Fig and Red Currant wasn't something I normally would go for necessarily. Even on cold sniff, when I smelled it, I was like, I mean, it smelled nice, but it wasn't something I would normally just think I wanted to have necessarily. But it was pretty good when I burned it. I actually, you know, enjoyed the scent. I don't know if I would jump to get it again, but it was a pretty good scent overall. The burn on this one did pretty good. This one did much better than my Smoked Pumpkin Woods. That one did have trouble pulling out. The flames did get pretty puny on that one, and I had cotton ball quite a bit. This one didn't quite do that. It was the same as the others as far as pulling out. It took a while to pull out. It was the same in that regard, because they're a little bit bigger, so you do have to wait. This one didn't take quite as long as some of the other ones did. This one pulled out maybe within like a little over 2 hours. So this one didn't take quite as long for some reason to pull all completely out. But it did pull completely out every time I burned it, and it didn't. Smoked Pumpkin Woods did start tunneling, and it got really puny flames. This one never got puny, never started tunneling on me at all. It just took a while for it to pull out, but once it was pulled out, it was fine. And even towards the last part, it was pulling out really super fast. I did not trim the wicks as much towards the end, because they didn't get huge mushroom tops, so I didn't necessarily have to trim them at all. So I think because of that, the flames were getting a little bit higher, and then it was pulling out really fast, especially towards the bottom. So yes, the burn was really good on this one. And the throw, it was kind of light at first, and then it started picking up. By the time it really ended, it actually was doing fairly well. Not as strong as some of the other ones, not as strong as Smoked Pumpkin was, but it did pretty good. I'd say overall the throw on this one was probably about 6.5, maybe 7, right around there maybe. So yeah, it was an average throw, nothing too strong or anything, but it definitely was present. You can smell it. So yes, this was a fairly good candle. Like I said, I don't know if I would jump to get it again, but I mean, it was a pleasant candle. It was nice, and I was happy with it for the most part. So yes, Wild Fig and Red Currant. That's really much all I have to say about that one. It was nice. I liked it better than I thought I was going to like it. So now I will go ahead and do a little overview of what I thought about all the Slatkin candles that I tried, because I've finished all 4. If you saw my reviews, I had the Autumn Pumpkin, the Harvest Leaves, Smoked Pumpkin Woods, and then the Wild Fig and Red Currant. So overall, my favorite out of all of them definitely was the Smoked Pumpkin Woods. That was the best one. The thing I didn't like about the big drawback on these to me was that they took a long time to pull out, because I don't have the longest time in the world to burn the candles. Lots of times I come home and I want to just light them and maybe like 2-3 hours later go to bed, or in the morning when I get up getting ready for work, taking a shower and stuff, I want to light a candle and then maybe an hour or 2 later just blow it out. But you can't really do that with these because it takes so long to pull out. So you have to basically burn these when you have a lot of time to let them pull out. And then the throw wasn't quite as strong as I thought they were going to be on most of these, except for the Smoked Pumpkin was the strongest one. Even when I had puny wicks, it was pretty strong, and I smoked most of the time. And this Wild Fig Red Currant, it did pretty good too. The other 2 were pretty light at times, and for the price that you pay for these, I think they should have been a little more stronger. I kind of expected a lot more. If I'm going to pay like 20, you know, a little over $20 after tax and everything, I expect really good burns, and I expect them to be at least a medium throw, and I don't want any kind of light throw, because that was just too light for the price I pay. I don't know if I would pay that much again for these, but if they were a little bit cheaper, maybe $15 or so, maybe I might decide to do that. Especially the Smoked Pumpkin Woods. The Smoked Pumpkin Woods is definitely one I would maybe reconsider buying again, because I love that one. That scent was just so good. It was amazing. I loved it. And I really wish, another drawback to me too is that you have to buy them in pairs, and you can't choose which one you buy. You have to buy them in the pairs they come with. You can't pick your pairs, and you can't buy just one. I really wish you could either buy just one, or you could pick the 2 that you get. You can't. You have to get the 2 that comes together. You have no choice of which 2 you get. You have to buy, I mean, you have the choice of which 2, but you have, you know what I'm saying, you can't pick which 2 you get. They come, whichever 2 you get is whichever 2 you get. So I wish that was different. I wish you could either get one, or you could pick the 2 that you get. So yes, overall, like I said, I don't know if I would get them again considering the price, because I rarely own, most time on my candles, I usually, for between Bath & Body Works and Yankees and stuff, the most I usually spend on candles is about $14 or so. Bath & Body Works usually is like 10 or under, and Yankee candles, if they have like a buy one get one, buy two get two, they'll be like $13.99. But that's usually the most I spend on candles, about $10 to $14 or so on average. So paying over $20, that was a rare thing that I did for this. I usually don't do that, but I wanted to try them out because everybody raved about them, raved about the scents and stuff in the past, and about, you know, they thought they were going to be strong. So I definitely was a little disappointed in the throw overall. So yeah, that is pretty much my thoughts on them. I would maybe get them again if they were just a little bit cheaper, but I don't know if I get them again at the price range that I paid for them this time. So yes, all right, that is my review of Wild Fig and Red Currant and my thoughts on the whole Slatkin candles that I have purchased for this fall. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in our next video. Bye.